Hey everybody, catching up with you in Colorado. The bus, I almost said RV, the bus is completely cleaned out right now. I'm actually at Jim's house and we are going to be doing a roof extension on this bus. This is the cleanest this bus has probably been since it left the factory in terms of space, because all the seats are gone. First order of business is taking out the windows. After seeing his bus, I'm really considering just using these stock bus windows for the build. He did a really good job implementing those windows. I don't know what I'm gonna do yet, but first step is to take these windows out. I have to go through, cut off all these rivets, and it's as simple as these Phillips head screws. I'm gonna scrap all of this. I'm gonna scrap this as well. Too bad we can't keep these stickers, huh? Keep kids off of alcohol. And then might keep some of this roof metal to kind of fill in for the fab, just in case there's something that we need some extra metal for. So without further ado, I'm gonna go ahead and get started. They took off and they're gonna be back in a little bit, so I'd love to get a good head start on this and then wake up early tomorrow, work on my mobile income job, and then back at it. The goal is 3 days for this. We'll see.
Well, good morning, good morning, good morning. I'm here with Chris of Chris and G Travels, and we are getting ready to raise a roof on a bus. So if you have any interest in that, this is your place.
As some of you may know, that's Jim. I'll link his channel down below, but we are getting ready to get hard at work. So catch us up on what's been happening today. Essentially just ordering parts, right?
Ordering parts and just kind of explaining exactly what we have to do. We have to pull out these, all the bottom rivets. You can see there's 2 rows of rivets. Can't see them here too well, but there's 2 rows of rivets. Top row stays in, bottom row comes out. So there's some that are a little difficult to get to. We'll be using a cold chisel as well as grinder. And it's just a whole lot of loud, noisy, unfun work that has to be done before we go any further. And we pulled one window out. The windows on this particular bus, Chris, were really glued in, weren't they?
Yeah.
They had some weather. You can see that weatherproofing stuff that they put in here, and
which your bus didn't have, so it's kind of conditional on bus to bus. It's not like every bus has it.
That's correct. It's bus to bus, and mine. Once I took out these 4 screws, the window literally just came right out. That easy. Only place that had weatherproofing was on the bottom of the window. So once I got them out, I just kind of had to pull them a little bit, and they came loose.
Absolutely.
Yours had the glue on the sides, which makes it a little more difficult, but it wasn't that big a deal, was it?
It wasn't that big a deal at all. It just took the screwdriver in there and then slowly pried it out. But one thing I did figure out yesterday is these emergency exit windows. I think they're going to be implemented into the build now because they have this awesome function where they really open it out like that, and you can still lower them down with the original hinges as well. So those are going to be implemented into the build. What I'm thinking right now is here in the back, we're going to have the bed go north to south. I'm thinking about putting one emergency exit window right there and one on the other side, and it's
you get a good crosswind,
right,
cross breeze in here. Then you can also open this up.
Right. So the bedroom will be fully ventilated, and also it'll be like if there is an emergency, we have 3 exits that we can use to get out. And then I was started on this yesterday. You can see the previous video as well, but just went through, grinded off those rivets. This is what's underneath. This is the H channel that we're going to be modifying later. But right now, as you can see, I only got maybe, what is that, about
a fifth?
A fifth
Yeah.
of that done. There's some tools on the way. Got an air hammer on the way with some different chisels. We're going to see if those work, but at very least we do have the option to go through and just grind those out, right, and then go through and get those. And then, as Jim was saying, with these rivets up top where the sheet metal is going to be tucked in, these need to be drilled out as well.
On this side you can see them a little better, Chris. Right here.
Yeah.
And the bottom row will come out and the top row will stay in. And when we put our sheet metal in, it literally goes up in between, up against these, and then we re-drill it and put new rivets back in.
Speaking of rivets, so on Amazon, the rivets, it's a 2-week wait.
Well,
but Harbor Freight has the 1/4 by 1/2 inch rivets, $500 for $10.
that's why I used
So I looked up reviews and they had 4.5 stars. Everybody seemed to like them as long as you have a good gun to put them in originally. As long as you have a good gun to insert them, then you're good.
I think they're good. I used a lot of them. I used from both places. I used from Amazon, but then I also used from Harbor Freight. I know you were a little afraid of the Harbor Freight ones, but they seem to work okay for me.
Hey, that's what we're doing because that's all we have.
Yeah.
I've been hard at work. Well, not really hard at work, really. Just working on getting this AC unit out. I'm getting everything all unplugged. Gonna be cutting these lines here pretty soon. Getting rid of this unit. I'll stop hitting my head on it. Actually, it has a couple rivets right up there and some bolts, so I'm gonna have to grab a socket from you, Jim,
Okay. I got lots of them.
to get some of that off and then start grinding. I'm just hoping that tool comes in because grinding, it's not that bad, but it is not fun. And if we're able to get a tool that can help with that, because I saw a Facebook video of somebody that just, it kind of looked like a fork. And what he did was with one of the forks, he drilled out the inside, and then with the bottom of the fork, he just went through and cut it off. And it took him probably, in the video, granted it's just the video,
Yeah.
in the video it took one rivet, took him 6 to 7 seconds, where with the grinder, each rivet takes about, what, 30 to 40 seconds?
At least, because after you, yeah, at least.
So that's what I'm kind of hoping. That's why I'm doing other stuff like the AC and hoping to wait for that. But if the AC comes down and we have everything else off, it's just grinding. Just getting it done.
Grinding. Ain't it great?